Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the superpowered Goodfellows run bootleg whiskey into 18th century Philadelphia. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast, the Legion of Liberty and George Washington's Continental Army defeated the British at Yorktown, paving the way for a new nation, the United States of America. 10 years later, all is not peaceful in America. The superpowered criminal gang known as the Goodfellows is defying the new federal whiskey taxes and bringing backcountry hooch to Philadelphia clubs.
Ezekiel is me.
Yes.
I'm trying to open my character sheet and I don't see any character sheets.
Do I have a character? I can't remember.
I think you ended up with Sal, the poisoner.
Ah, right. Okay, and what's the password?
There isn't one.
Got it.
Yeah, leave the password blank.
Yeah, so you're not seeing a character sheet at all on... you're not seeing any character.
It says just sample characters.
Yeah.
Click on the sample characters.
Oh, there it is. All right, sorry. I'm being kind of dumb tonight. I had to open that folder.
Okay, so Ezekiel, your powers are invisibility, light and darkness, and sound and silence. Your edges are your primary edge is thief, and your hindrances are your freedman. So a little bit of an outsider because of that. You're also greedy and slow, so your running pace is not great.
Okay. So if the hindrances, do those propagate automatically on rolls? Like the only one that I see that has a roll characteristic is -1 to persuasion on Freedman. Does that go automatically, or do I have to tack that on?
That you will need to tack that on where it's appropriate.
Got it.
Okay, so stretch, your power is obvious. Oops, what is that doing there? You are stretchy.
Oh, for a second there, I thought I was, had the power of obviousness.
Invisible?
But does Stretch get a set of stick figures that can then be turned into wacky flailing arm inflatable tube people or placed in the field in various places?
Absolutely, I'm going to say yes.
Okay,
so
excellent.
You didn't want to become a criminal, so you have a couple of hindrances. One of them is that you're hesitant, which basically
Feel guilty.
Yeah, you're an upstanding citizen, or were.
Oh,
you
boy.
wanted to be an upstanding citizen. Didn't work out well. And so hesitant, you're going to draw 2 action cards in combat and act on the lower one.
Ooh.
You're also there's an active warrant for your arrest as well. On the flip side, you are you're brawny, which means that
+1 toughness, right?
+1 toughness, and your strength is 1 die type higher for weaponry.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
You're a cynic. And that basically means that you're difficult to deceive.
Oh, because you think everything's BS, so it's you're not going to believe, okay.
Okay,
We're
Anna.
all full of crap. Prove it. Fix or it didn't happen.
Yeah,
Sorry, lithographs or it didn't happen.
Yeah, stamps are
answer
didn't
happen.
purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woodcut.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Anna, you have protection, which you can apply to yourself or others to provide armor. Your hindrances are you're illiterate, you're a German, so you're an outsider, but you're also ruthless. And that's reflected in your 2 edges, which are bodyguard and hostage taker. So bodyguard basically lets you throw yourself in front of your comrades to take the hit for them.
Cool.
So if you use the defend maneuver, you can defend an adjacent ally, you can also act as medium cover for ranged attacks against an adjacent ally. And hostage taker lets you use someone as a human shield.
Yep. Very nice.
Wow.
Okay, Luke, you can blow stuff up with fire.
Sweet. I'm in already.
You're streetwise, also illiterate and poor and irritable.
Oh, wow.
You're thin-skinned, so you're easily provoked.
Oh, great. That should put me blowing stuff up.
And Sal,
It's going to be an interesting campaign.
you can disguise yourself or others, and you have the ability to reflexively disguise yourself when you're hit by an attack. So basically, you can confuse people by turning into one of their allies when they're hit by when you're hit by an attack. You are arrogant. You have a bad habit of your choice, and you are a wisecracker.
Oh boy.
But you're also attractive, and you have the Kiss of Death ability.
Woohoo.
And what you basically are always carrying poison.
Mm-hmm.
And you can apply this poison with a touch attack against an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to kiss them necessarily, but you can if you want.
Kissing's optional.
Yes.
It's very Godfather.
It is. Well, this is a crossover between Wise Guys and Legion of Liberty, so that kind of makes sense.
Mhm. Okay, by disguise when hit in attack, am I like transmuting?
Think Mystique.
Okay, so yes.
Yes. You can also apply your ability to other people, though. You can disguise others, although it's more difficult.
Okay, but it says when hit by an attack, so
You can do
if
it.
somebody else is hit by an attack, I can.
No, that one only applies to you. So you can voluntarily activate your disguise anytime you want.
Okay.
And apply it to other people anytime you want. But you can also choose when you're hit by an attack to activate it as a free action to confuse them.
Oh, nice.
Somebody smacks you in your face and you turn into their grandmother.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I know what they look like.
Right.
I would imagine I have to know what they look like, right?
You have to, yeah. You can change your appearance to someone you've never seen, but of course, it's not necessarily going to be
who knows
convincing.
if I got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. As far as superhuman special abilities, what exactly does that mean?
Where are we? Where are you looking there?
At the bottom, power points 10, powers disguise,
that just
healing.
means that just means that you are superhuman.
Oh, okay.
And then the powers, are the ones that you have access to. So you have, in addition to disguise, you also have witch sight and healing as powers.
Okay.
So you can patch people up as well as poisoning them.
I sort of feel like maybe my habit needs to be something like I'm constantly preening. If I'm attractive and arrogant and a wisecracker, that seems to.
I love it. Go with it. In fact, I love that so much. I'm giving you a Benny.
Nice.
Wait.
There will always be like a comb and a mirror on my person.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I just got to check something out here real quick. Something screwy with Luke here. All right. So with that, let's give you some background. The year is 1792, and Gideon Nathaniel Upgate is not a happy man. He fought with the Legion of Liberty from the Battle of Salem through Bunker Hill, Valley Forge, Charleston, and Yorktown, and he expected to live a comfortable life as a hero. Instead, he and other misfits were mustered out at the end of the war, and only the most powerful or best-connected superhumans became part of the new Continental Legion, in turn part of the small standing U.S. Army. Sure, his waterbending powers could have been useful in construction, shipping, and industry, but a backcountry son of a moonshiner was not welcome in Washington's new army. As if that insult wasn't bad enough, now that bugger Hamilton went and decided to tax all the whiskey made in the new United States. Oh yeah, he says it's to pay off all the government's debts from the war, but Upgate knows better. It's just another slap in the face from the fancy boys on the coast. Well, this time, Upgate smells opportunity. You are members of the Goodfellows, an organization that's pushing back on Hamilton's whiskey tax and making a profit while you're at it. Some of you are veterans of the Legion, cast out like Gideon and looking for opportunity. Others are younger superhumans recruited after the war. You buy untaxed whiskey from the farmers in the West and smuggle it into Philadelphia, selling it in underground taverns right under Hamilton's nose. And as we open our story, you are escorting a carriage load of whiskey in the dangerous last leg of its travels from the backcountry to Philadelphia. As you choose, you can be riding on horses or you can be on the carriage itself. And there's a good fellow who's driving the carriage.
Do I have riding or driving?
In this case, riding is the same thing.
Okay.
I will be riding.
I'll be in the carriage because I have neither.
Yeah, I have riding skills. So
Anyone else riding independently?
I'm not sure I have ride, so I think I'll be in the carriage.
I don't have riding apparently, so
I will be riding.
You need a riding roll, Scott?
Not yet. Okay, so let's see. So
I don't have a character sheet though.
Look under sample characters.
Sample characters.
Yeah, and type in your name where that little loop is.
All right, which icon is it?
It's the three little people.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
So Ezekiel and Stretch are riding independently. The rest of you, I'm going to put down at the bottom here because you are on the carriage, at least to start. I really need to make this map bigger. Hang on.
Picture is like the opposite of a Thomas Kincaid. the artist of dark.
Yeah, exactly. Peter of Light, TM.
That's better. All right, now we got some room to work with. Okay, so I'm going to put most of you up in the corner here because you are on the carriage, and the position of the carriage is going to be represented by this easygoing enforcer who's driving it. And then the other two of you are mounted.
All right.
So as you're riding along, a thin sliver of moon lights the dirt country road as the carriage turns south towards Philadelphia. The carriage wheels rattle across the rutted path as you pass through a dense grove of woods. Suddenly you hear a shout. There they are! 7 riders burst from the grove with an 8th figure soaring above them on a broom. All right, so the revenuers are upon you. So this is going to be a chase.
All right.
There are 5 revenuers plus 2 other people who are in the uniform of the Continental Legion. 1 woman, 1 man, and then a woman riding on a broom.
On a broom.
Nice.
It's the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga!
You got to respect the classics. Nice.
All right.
Right.
So here, let's refresh your memory on how chases work. Your job in the chase here is to evade capture. So on your turn, you can do a free action and an action. Your options for your action depend on where you are relative to your opponents on the cards. So in the case, if you want to attack, then each card represents a range of 5 inches on the table or 10 yards. So right now they're 10 yards behind you. So you can attack as your action.
Much.
It's not much. So you can attack as your action. You can also, if you're on the same card, you can attempt to board. So they could ride up alongside and jump on the carriage, or you could try to jump on their horse. You can take evasive action, or you can hold steady to make it easier to shoot. Those are both free actions. You can try to ram somebody and or force them off the road if you're on the same card. And you can just try to move. So basically change position. That can be a free action, but if you take it as your action, you get a +2 on your maneuvering roll, which is going to be riding for those of you who are riding. You can drop back cards, you can drop 1 or 2 cards back as a free action as well. Let me see, make sure I've got everybody in the initiative here. Looks like I do. And then if you are on a club, you may have a complication. Oh, and the bad guys drew a joker. Oops. No, I get a penny. I don't spend it. Okay, so one of the horsewomen she's going to try to close in on you guys first. Or the woman on the horse is going to try to close in on you guys. And she does succeed in moving up. Whoops, I don't want to move all of them, just one. And then she reaches out her hand towards the driver. And his clothes wrap around him, and he is now entangled.
Oh.
Apparently, she's a clothokinetic. Okay, Sal. Sal, you are on the carriage, and you are up.
Oh boy. I guess is activating witch sight so that I can assess what's going on in action?
It is, yes. However, I will allow you to have had witch sight on already because that would make sense. In which case, you can make a witch sight roll at +2 to have it already active.
Okay. Witch sight, and then I'm not sure how to make it +2.
Click on down at the bottom where it says modifiers for better rolls. Click the +2 button.
Ah. Okay, let's see if that worked.
I don't think you got your +2 though. So with the +2, that worked.
Okay.
Okay, so you already had your witch sight going, because you were keeping an eye out on things. That may be why they weren't able to surprise you. So you can. This gives you a +2 to notice and shooting rolls, which is offset by the -1 for the dim lighting.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot with my musket And that's a +1, you said?
Yes. Who are you shooting?
Who's the closest?
The closest is
I don't
is the
have
lady who just
nothing.
rode up and apparently entangled your driver
Sarah?
in his own clothing. No, Lara.
Laura. Okay. So, and that's a +1?
Yes.
So I'm going to try to shoot her, and I'm going to get a good look at her face in case I want to shift.
That will hit. Give me a damage roll.
Okay. Let's see if I can start rolling a little better.
Oh, 8's not bad. That's enough to shake her. Are you happy with that?
Yeah. I guess I'm also curious to see if I shake her, what happens to our driver's clothes.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. That does not. It's not enough apparently to break her concentration.
You know what? Then let's Benny that.
Okay. You want to Benny the damage, not the roll.
Oh.
Quick. Yeah, there you go. Okay, 10. That's enough to shake and wound.
Okay.
Nice.
Do that then.
So she's going to try to soak. Which she succeeds in doing. But you made her spend a penny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right. Next up, the other rider in Continental Army uniform. He also rides forward. Quite successfully. He actually gets out in front of you. And then he turns around and leaps off the back of his horse. Actually, no, he's going to get on the same card. Then he is going to attempt to board you. And succeed. Oh. So he is now on the he's on the carriage with you now. All right, Ezekiel, you're up. Now you're riding independently. Okay. So
right. I think I'm going to use a light blast against the Clotho-kinetic.
So light blast doesn't really do anything, but darkness does.
Okay, this is a new one to me, so I was trying to read this.
Yeah, so light basically does exactly what it says on the tin.
Well, I was just reading. It says it creates a bright illumination and a large blast template.
Yes, so
it can be focused into a beam. But so if I plunge her into darkness, would that accomplish the same thing? Break her concentration?
It might not break her concentration, but it makes her much more likely to, for example, ride into a tree.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah. Let's.
You can also make it. You can also use the mobile modifier in order to attach it to her.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
That doesn't cost any extra.
Okay. Yep. I'll plunge her into darkness.
You sure will.
Nice.
She is in pitch darkness now.
Does that unwrap the clothing around our driver?
It does not.
Okay.
Okay, so the revenuers are riding forward. And that's all they're doing is riding forward. And they are able to move forward towards you. Oh, do you want to ride, by the way, Ezekiel?
Yes, I think I'll ride forward one.
Okay, go ahead and give me a riding roll.
right, stand by.
That is good enough to get you forward one.
Okay. Where am I there?
All right. So the revenuers have ridden forward. Luke.
Okay, so I'm in the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the commotion. I'm gonna throw open like the door on my side. What do I see in my direct purview?
You see a handful of federal revenuers riding along beside the carriage.
Okay. Do I have view of the driver? From
Not
to move up the carriage?
from where you are. No.
Okay. Well, if I see hostiles, then I'll try to blast me as many of them as I can.
Yeah, you can hit 3 of them with a regular blast.
Cool. Let's do that then. Blast.
Would you like to Benny that? Because that's sad.
I don't know. I can't.
It was a 2.
That's bad.
It was a 2.
Okay. Yeah. It's like getting a little bit of lag on my. I'll go ahead and Benny it. The Benny gone for me as well. I don't see any Bennies.
Should be on your character sheet. There's something weird about your character. So
okay.
I spent the Benny for you, and now you can re-roll your blast.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right, that goes off. Give me a 2d6 for damage.
Okay. There we go.
All right, you have shaken. 9. You have shaken half the revenuers with that roll.
Nice, cool. Yeah, thanks.
I'm just gonna put them down as shaken for the moment. Okay, next up is Stretch. You're also on the horse.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Is the goal of this for one of us to get to the end, or is the goal of us for the carriage to get to the end?
The goal is for the carriage to get to the end and none of you to be captured. Because otherwise you lose all the booze. And Gideon will not be a happy godfather if you lose all the booze.
Okay, but the booze is on the carriage.
Yes.
Okay. So where am I in terms of shaken revenuers?
They are on the opposite side of the carriage from you. So there are 2 unshaken revenuers near you. Of course, you could ride around the carriage easily and take on the shaken revenuers.
And there's one guy still on the carriage?
Yes. The guy in uniform is still on the carriage.
Okay. I think I'm going to ride around
next to a driver?
He's on the roof.
Sorry. Okay.
So you're going to ride around and take on who?
The shaken revenuers.
Okay. And how would you like to do that?
I think what I want to do is use my stretchiness to grab one by the back of the collar and yank him off his horse.
Okay, that's a multi-action, but you have an excellent chance of pulling it off. So first off, I would like you to make your stretch roll at -2.
Is that the trait roll modifier?
Yes.
Oh, I'm learning.
Oh my goodness. Look at those exploding dice.
All right, you are hella stretchy.
Boom, boom, boom.
Now I would like you to make
cardio this morning.
Now I would like you to make an athletics roll. Also at -2.
God, we've got to hook him up with a slide whistle sound every time he stretches.
All right, now he's got to beat that with his athletics, or he's yanked off the horse, which he does not. So now there are 2 shaken revenuers riding along, and one of them in the dirt.
Bye
Nice.
bye.
Would you also like to ride forward?
No, I think I want to match pace with this other shaken revenuer.
Okay.
You're next.
All right, Anna, you are also in the carriage.
Okay, can I like stick my hands into the sides of the carriage and like envelop it in like a wall of force or a bubble of force?
Now your protection creates a hard leathery shell on people. So
Okay. Okay, so being that, let's see, who goes right after me? All right, I guess I could buff up Stretch. Do I choose the one with the person flexing their arms or the set of armor for the quick access?
You choose the protection button, which is
Right.
that's the flexing arms.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, congratulations, Stretch. You have 2 extra points of armor now.
Nice.
Woo!
I'm just gonna throw a protection armor on there.
I feel both flexible and hard.
That is so wrong. So wrong.
Soft yet supple.
You're now made of fine Corinthian leather. Okay.
Oh, boy.
I can only help but think of the fleshlight of 1792. Anyway.
All right. So the woman on the broom seems to be having a little trouble dodging the trees, so she does not catch up. But she does fill her hand with a bolt of green energy and toss it at your coachman.
Dang it.
But it misses.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Your coachman is going to try to bust out of his clothes.
What is with this episode?
As one does.
But he is unable to do so. Therefore, he is not able to make any real progress on driving the wagon at this point. So he's still stuck on that cart.
We should help him.
All right, new round. Ezekiel, you're up first.
Okay. So, do I have to forego using any other powers in order to maintain darkness on this Laura person?
No, they're just increasingly hard to do as you go along. So you will start getting a penalty for each additional power that you're hanging on to.
It's sort of like maintaining concentration, essentially.
Right, to be doing multiple things at once. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
so basically it's a -1 for every power you're maintaining.
Okay. All right. So I have a question about invisibility.
Yeah.
I could actually turn somebody else invisible. Now, I don't know if this
Correct.
is new or I just never noticed this about something else. If I turn somebody else invisible, are they still like sort of body aware? Or are they just like riding along so like they know where it is? Or will they be disoriented and like trip over their own feet because they won't know where it is?
No, they're fine.
Okay. Then I won't do that. I will just shoot with a pistol. I will shoot this
One of the shaken revenuers or one of the unshaken revenuers?
Let me shoot. How many we got?
So you will be, I believe, at medium range in the dark. Yeah. So that's going to be a -3 penalty on that shot. And then it's going to be the lower of riding and shooting. So it'll be your riding skill, not your shooting skill.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna try it.
All right, so roll riding at -3.
Oops. Okay. So riding at -3.
That will miss.
How many bennies do I have? Let me try that one more time.
Still misses.
All right. I'm okay. That was a long shot. I'm not going to do that again.
Okay,
Can I
Sal.
do anything to help?
Can you do
Can I
anything?
do anything to help the driver untangle him?
Not from where you are. Do you want to move back? Guys, you're 10 yards out in front of everybody else. Do you want to go forward, back, stay put?
I will stay put.
Okay. Sal, you could potentially go help the driver.
Yeah, I was thinking I should climb over, and I want to get rid of the guy who is on the carriage.
Okay.
Right? So I should just be able to touch him with my hand and poison him.
Yes. Make a fighting roll at +2.
Okay.
I believe that hits. Yes, that just hits. So
Okay.
you have delivered a dose of mild poison. That gives him a level of fatigue.
Is that enough for him to be momentarily disoriented so I can just kind of nudge him off the carriage?
That would be a multi-action, in which case you wouldn't have hit him with the poison in the first place.
Got it.
But he's at -1 on everything, so it's a good start. He's kind of nauseated.
I gave him a stomach ache.
Yep. All right, so the woman who is in pitch darkness is going to attempt to ride. First, she's going to try to unshake.
Fuck.
So she does unshake. And then she's going to try to ride forward. But first, she drew a club. So that means that she has a complication to deal with, which is very bad considering that, that she can't see anything. All right, so she is on a diamond. So she has to make a riding roll in pitch darkness at -2.
No problem.
Good.
Which she does not make. So she loses ground and falls back a card. Still covered in darkness. Okay, stretch.
Okay, so who am I close to now? We still got a shaken dude here somewhere?
You still have 2 shaken revenuers and 2 unshaken revenuers.
Come here, you! Get over here!
Yeah, try to yank him off the horse again.
I'm going to yank him off the horse again.
All right, give me an athletics roll.
-2 this time, or am I just doing the one action so we're good?
Straight roll with 1 action. Yep. Unless you want to try to yank 2 of them off their horses.
Ooh, look at those.
Ooh,
That's some Mr. Fantastic stuff.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time matching that.
Reach him out.
Nope.
Woo!
Nope.
Fell off on his own.
Yeah.
Arm reaches out, slaps him across
Oh
the
my
face a
God.
couple times, stooge-like, and then yanks him off the horse.
Yep. So that's 2 and 4. That's 2 revenuers down, 3 to go. All right. Next up is the enforcer, who is once again trying to try to break loose of his bonds here, and he completely fails to do so.
Ah, you
He's just wearing too sturdy his jacket.
Come on, dude. Get with the program.
All right. The one shaken revenuer does not unshake. The other two are trying to ride ahead. They do succeed in doing that. They look like they're going to try to cut off the carriage. Okay, Anna.
Oh, tricky. So for one of the revenuers that's not shaken, can I grab like a riding crop and try to hit their horse so that they sort of veer off course or get spooked?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
If you don't
what would I
or
roll
you can
for
just
that?
hit the revenuer with your maul.
Yeah, that works. Okay. That's a lot simpler, actually.
You can still reach the shaken. You can hit the shaken guy with your maul.
All right, cool.
Just a bit more direct.
That is a fighting roll at -1. Not a great roll. That's it. I don't believe that hits. No, that does not hit.
I'll Benny that. I will Benny that. Try that again. Oh, fantabulous.
With the -1, that also does not hit.
Okay, never mind then.
All right, Luke.
All right, still 2, or is he yanking everybody off?
There are
horses?
3 revenuers, a flying woman, and a flying woman that you can see.
Okay. All right, I'll take a bolt to the flying woman.
All right,
This guy. Can I make that like a heavy bolt? Or...
You can. It'll be at -2 for the lighting and the heavy bolt.
Okay. Is it? That's. I'll just do a regular bolt. I don't want to.
Okay.
So just roll
that's
bolt.
Bolt -1.
-1. I'm just gonna roll it and then. So I got a 9.
Yeah, that's a heavy bolt anyway. Give me a 3d6.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh wait, a modifier on there. Hold on. There we go. Not great. Can I Benny damage or no?
You absolutely can Benny damage. Yes. I'll spend the Benny for you.
Thank you. And then I'll do it again. 3d6. Oh God, terrible.
Well, it doesn't get any worse, so there's that. That leaves you with only 1 Benny left.
I'll go ahead and use it. Why not?
Okay.
Go for broke. Well, it's the best roll I've had so far, so I'll take it.
That's enough to shake and wound. So she's going to spend one of her bennies and make a vigor roll, which succeeds. So she dodges it just at the last second. All right. The guy who's riding on the back of the carriage focuses for a moment and transforms himself into solid stone.
Cool. Yes.
Okay.
20.
All right. And then the lady on the bat is going to return fire on Luke. She's going to bolt back at you. But misses.
Not with that.
Round 3, fight. Okay, Luke, you're up first.
Cool. Let's bolt her again. We'll keep this up. It's like a wizard battle.
Wizard
Fight,
fight.
right?
Yep.
Oof. No.
That's going to miss. All right. The woman in the dark is trying to ride out of the dark, which is not going to work. So she's just sitting there. Sal, you're now up on the roof with this guy who's made out of stone. And your poor driver who's tied up.
Damn it. So I can't. Probably too heavy to push off, huh?
Not necessarily. Leverage matters. but you're going to be going opposed. It's going to be opposed strength, and he looks pretty strong.
Yeah, especially when they're made of rock. I mean, do I think my musket would put a chink in his, like blow off a piece of his little rock?
It might if it was loaded.
Does he look more flinty? Oh, right. Musket, stupid. Stupid. And I don't have a lever.
Well, you have your musket.
You know what? I'm going to transform into
You
the
can
woman in the dark.
you can poison him again, by the way. Just so you know.
Okay.
You can administer up to 2 doses, which gives him 2 levels of fatigue, which means everything he does is at -2.
Okay, let's poison him. And I think you said that was a fighting roll +2?
Fighting roll +2, yeah.
Okay.
That's all you don't have to damage him, you just have to lay a finger on him.
Aha.
That, however, does not
Enough.
quite get there. He's a pretty good fighter.
All right, Benny, that.
And that's worse.
Ugh. Okay, wait. Let's do one more. See what happens.
Go for it.
We don't have much time left.
That does the trick.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So he's now he looks his marble, his granite surface looks a little greenish.
Huh.
And he is going to step forward and
vomit up gravel.
punch the enforcer who's driving the carriage.
Oh no.
Oh, dude.
And that's definitely going to hit.
Oh my god.
You're
my
Ooh.
goodness.
he knocks the guy completely off
Like
the
a
carriage
chunk.
with a massive crack as he flies into a tree and collapses to the ground.
Wow.
You're pretty sure he's dead.
Oh my goodness.
And the carriage is out of control.
Dang.
Great.
Well, I'm up there. I don't really know how to drive a carriage, though. Apparently,
Unskilled roll.
I don't-
Well, it's riding is the skill. So one of you
Mhm.
I don't
guys
have it either.
one of you guys who can ride might want to come back and board.
help!
Oh, D4 for me.
All right, let's see what happens when this vehicle goes out of control here. Okay, so it's now careening wildly. Everybody on the vehicle is now distracted because you're trying to hang on.
Oh crap.
It's out of control. Okay, Anna.
Not a whole lot I can do here. Guess I will. Well, can I attempt to stabilize things with a ride check and just hope that?
Yeah, you can climb out onto the carriage and try a riding check to see if you can take control of it. Absolutely, you can do that.
I mean, it's not my best skill, but I also want to keep us going. So,
Would you like to Benny that?
most definitely. Okay, so I've spent 2 so far tonight. Yeah, let's go for it.
Good luck.
Could explode.
It did.
Oh my goodness!
All right.
Nice.
Not only have you taken control of the vehicle,
Yeah,
but you've sped it forwards.
yeah,
All
go!
right. Well done. Well done, you.
Okay, so the revenuers are going to try to ride forward, and then they're going to try to ram the carriage.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So now
Oh my god. What is with these?
these revenuers are tough.
Yeah,
Apparently.
they want their tax money.
And lucky.
They want their tax money and their stamps for their booze.
Okay, so
They
this
don't
is
like that we're brewing it in tubs.
this is going to be an opposed maneuvering roll. So I need another writing roll from you, Anna.
Okay. Ooh.
You need to
Oh,
beat
Lordy.
you need to beat a 3.
Okay.
Come on, big money.
Come on. Come on.
There it is.
No.
Would you like to Benny it?
Oh, I didn't. I thought I rolled a 6. Okay, yeah, I got to beat a 3. Yeah, I'll use my last Benny for that.
That's weird. I saw a 6 also.
Yeah.
No, you rolled a. You're distracted because.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Critically
not-
failed.
No.
Okay, so first off, you're knocked
I think
back,
we're
I'm on this train.
in
Awesome.
trouble.
and then now you're out of control again. But not any worse. So just you're still distracted. Everybody's still distracted. All right,
Crap,
Ezekiel.
what just happened?
All right. Can
Hurtling
I,
out of control.
can I leap from my horse to the wagon and take control of it?
Make an athletics roll, please.
Roll good.
All right. This is no problem. No problem. I got you.
No problem. Okay.
Yep, you have
I
leapt
got
onto
you.
the wagon and taken the reins.
I
You now represent the wagon.
am in control. All right.
And of course, that means that you're now a target.
Yeah, of course.
What else? All right.
We know what happened to the last driver.
Womp, womp.
The big-
Yeah, there's a womp
The
womp
big metal
there, though.
golem still there.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
in the
so,
dust.
and last but not least, Stretch. There's nobody nearby here at the moment. So if you want to go after the revenuers, you're going to need to go forward. If you want to go after the stone guy, you're also going to have to ride forward. So I'm going to suggest a riding roll first.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't I do a riding roll?
Brilliant.
Boy, that's a good thing. How'd you come up with that plan? That's a good thing.
You get thought meditation.
All right, so you're now up alongside the wagon. You cannot melee attack the revenuers, but you can melee attack the stone guy on the back of the carriage, including yanking him off the carriage.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Okay,
That
so
would be very helpful.
Problem in the dirt. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I think I'm going to stretch. I think we're going to play with some leverage here. I'm going to grab him by almost the top of his head and yank straight down.
All right, athletics roll, please.
Yoink. Yoink his ass.
Are you happy with that?
How many bennies,
How many
do we
bennies do I
left?
have? I got lots of bennies. We can do better than that.
Okay.
I got faith.
There is, of course, always the risk of critically failing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just.
And I
Why
know,
did you say that out loud?
I know exactly what I would do. Well, you didn't critically fail, so the 4 still stands. But you
Try
can
again.
penny it again if you want.
Do it again.
You got a 10. You should be able to do this.
It's true. A 4 is pretty sad for a D10 skill roll.
Agreed.
All right, last try.
It is a critical fail. type of
I got a
night.
good feeling about this one.
Okay.
Blow on the dice here.
So do I.
Yeah.
Hey,
There
there we
we
go.
go.
That's what
I
you're
love it.
talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how he
Never
does.
a doubt.
That's how you give him the reach around.
No, you have yanked him off,
Very
and he is out of the chase because he cannot keep up on
Yay.
foot.
All right,
If
I'm
you
gonna
had
get
critically
rid of that
failed,
driver.
if you had critically failed, I was going to say that you were yanked off your horse and were flapping behind him like a flag.
Oh, no.
Good.
And suddenly I have the world's first food ornament.
You yanked him out of there. So you guys have 2 rounds to avoid the carriage getting wrecked or captured, and then you'll be in the alleys of Philadelphia and able to lose these guys. And that's where we'll pick it up hopefully next week. You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook as Happy Monster Press, at our website, happymonsterpress.com, Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow the podcast on YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iTunes, or Google Play Music. The Happy Monster Cast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This game references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, and characters, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Wise Guys is an intellectual property of Just Insert Imagination. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music, Ice Cold by Jason Shaw.
Oh, for sure.